Here at the Goshen County Fair, we want to thank our sponsors in part: Platte Valley Bank, Meyer Seed, Pioneer Seed, Double D Real Estate, Pieper and Marsh Family Dentistry, J.G. Elliott, Leithheads Appliance Center, Z&W Mill, and Goshen Vet Clinic. So once again, thank you to our sponsors in part for the Goshen County Fair. They help make these updates possible. Thanks to Chris Jenkins. Alongside with me is my grandpa Ron Kaufman. I'm Taylor Bartle, and thank you to Ryan Caith for setting us up today. We'll start with our first couple of guests here. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Avery Ty.
And I'm Sarah Birdsall.
So let's find out what club you were in
I'm in Bear Creek Guys and Gals.
and your age.
I'm 11 years old.
So are you a junior or a senior? You're still a junior, I
I'm
think.
still a junior.
Junior? So what's your projects?
Oh, I have a lot. I have horses, pigs, and goats, leathercraft cake decorating, visual arts, interior design, photography.
Ooh,
It's a lot to cover.
This might take a while. So you want to start with visual arts, Taylor, and ask her some questions?
Yeah, let's share with visual arts first. What projects did you have?
I did 2 sculptures. I made an Indian horse out of clay. And then I did my first welding project, which was a sculpture of a cowboy holding a rope.
We did touch on that the other day, and we touched on your fabric and fashion. So let's share again how you placed with all of those things.
I got reserve champion in recycled and embellishment.
That's right. And what was your other outfit?
It was a buymanship outfit, and it was black pants with a red tank top and a white jean jacket.
And with your projects that you've made, will you have any of those in the auction tomorrow, the static exhibit auction?
Yes, I have a camper wall hanging that I made.
And let's talk about your livestock.
I have a goat that I'm showing later today. His name is Mochi.
Is it a market goat or a dairy goat?
He's a market goat.
Market goat? What's he weigh? You remember?
I can't remember.
Okay. So they'll divide that class up. And when do you show that goat?
We start at 4.
Today.
Yes.
In the grass arena,
Mhm.
correct? So are you going to go to Showmanship?
Yes.
Are you ready?
No.
Huh?
You better get ready.
Yeah. So have you briefed a few questions, or have your parents taught you a few questions he might ask you?
Yeah, like what are we feeding them? How much does he weigh? Which I need to find that out because I'm clueless on that one.
See, and we're just started on that, so you better get with the program, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So how do you show your goat? Are you showing the market goat? I assume.
Yeah.
Yes. Tell us how you do that. You have to set him up, don't you?
Yeah, you have to set him up. You want him to brace, but mine, I have to like pick him up and push him backwards, which makes him brace because he doesn't brace on his own. And then you kind of stick your knee in their front shoulder.
Okay, so you have to lift their front legs up a little bit so they get, so they will brace.
Yeah.
Why do you brace them?
It just kind of like, I honestly don't know.
So I'll help you out. It shows the muscle when the judge can feel the muscle and see how your lamb is built and the muscularity in that animal. And that's pretty important in a market because they are used for meat.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you want to tell us?
Not really.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
And we'll pass
Yes.
it off to your friend here.
Wait.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello. As I said before, I'm Sarah Birdsall. I'm part of Torrington Lingle FFA chapter. I'm 14 years old and I'm an intermediate.
Intermediate? And so what grade are you in?
I'm going to be a freshman this year.
Freshman. So did you take FFA in the 8th grade?
Yes, I did. They recently put that into Torrington's school, so I could do FFA as a middle schooler.
So what'd you do in middle school with that program?
I did a lot. I did creed, code of conduct, and livestock judging.
Well, tell us about the creed contest. Were you in the contest?
I was in the contest, so we had to choose just from our chapter which 2 were going to go on and represent ourselves at districts. And then I made it past districts onto regionals, and I made it from regionals to state, and I placed third in state.
Terrific.
That's great.
That's
Yes.
quite an achievement.
Thank you.
Yes. And that creed, FFA creed, is not real short, is it?
It is not. It's 4 paragraphs pretty much, and then 3 questions to follow up on it.
So you answered the questions evidently. Like, what was one of the questions? Can you remember?
Some of the easier questions that they asked us in like the earlier stages was like what the FFA creed means to you. And then as it got into the more complex questions, it was how can we take in your everyday life and put it into the creed, and how can the creed help you achieve goals that you have in your everyday life.
Good.
And how
Good.
did you answer that?
I do not remember, but it had to be a long answer.
Yes.
Yes.
So, who are your FFA advisors? Do you have 2, I
yes.
think, in Torrington?
We do have 2. We have Mr. Peterson, and the head coach is Mr. Groney. And we also had a student teacher this year, Mr. Galuzzo.
Good. So that worked out good. You had a lot of help.
Yes, we did.
That's good. So, tell us a little bit about your projects.
My projects. So at the fair, I'm showing my breeding heifers and market pigs. And I show Thursday night for my pigs and Friday morning for my heifers. And then I'll be in the sale on Saturday.
Okay. Your heifers, what breed are they?
They are Herefords.
Herefords.
Yes.
Okay. The white-faced Hereford,
The
I assume.
white-faced Herefords.
That's good. So, tell us how you prepared those for the fair.
So we always do the fair, but before the fair, we go on to the Hereford Junior Nationals, which is in multiple places, or like different places each year. So we will take them to the preview show for that, and then to the Hereford Junior Nationals. And you just have to wake up every morning, wash them, hay them, feed them, work their hair a lot.
So how do you work that hair?
So we always work our hair forward, and once we get it worked to be forward, we'll do it more of an up angle just to make it pop a little more, and Herefords normally don't have that much hair, so you want to get it in the right position.
Sounds like she knows what she's doing here.
She does.
So
I've been showing them since I was 7.
that's good. That's good. So, well, good luck with your projects, and I hope you do well in showmanship
Thank you.
and do very well with those
Okay.
Herefords.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
What's your name and what club are you with?
My name's Carter Shimmick, and I'm in the Bear Creek Guys and Gals.
And how old are you?
I'm 15 years old.
And what projects do you have?
I got a breeding heifer and a market steer.
How do you prepare to show both of those?
Breeding heifers, we usually just wash them every morning and then put them under fans. And then our market steer, we wash that every morning, then put it in about a 45-degree cool barn every day
Why do you put it in that cool barn?
to grow as much hair as possible.
Yeah, it's just what this young lady was talking about, so you can prepare it and comb it out, and you wash, and then I assume blow dry, and then what else do you do with the hair?
We usually go forward and up, and then we try to get them as level topped as possible and make them seem like they got a lot of muscle right before a show. And throughout the year, we'll go to shows just to get them prepared to fair.
Where are some of the places you've gone to other shows?
We've been down to Kansas, and then we went to Mitchell for a couple shows, and then we've been up here in Torrington for a couple shows.
So have you done okay?
Yeah.
Or have you done excellent?
My breeding heifer, I've got 3rd overall at the New Year's Beef Bash in Mitchell. And then the Torrington show, I got grand champion. And then my steer is usually in the line of the grand champion, but usually doesn't get picked because he's not very tall. He just has a lot of hair on him.
Okay. So what breed is your heifer?
I think it's a Simmental.
Okay. And what about your market steer?
It's a cross.
cross steer. Okay, do you know what it weighs?
My market steer weighs about 1,300.
Okay, so you like it at that weight?
Yeah, that's about perfect.
Where you want him?
For fair, yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, so I assume you're going to do showmanship.
Yeah, I usually do pretty good in showmanship. We show FFA in Scottsbluff County, and last year I won the FFA showmanship with that.
Nice.
Good, good. So this young man's going to be busy.
I enjoy watching showmanship.
Yep, it's fun.
Yep, showmanship's always fun.
So what else you want to tell us? You want to tell us anything else?
Just come support us out here and then come make it to the sale on Saturday.
Yeah, very important.
Yes, good point.
And what are you going to do with your money after the sale?
Put it to next year's animals.
That's good. Reinvest. That's a good idea. So we'll let you pass that mic on to our next guest. Thank you, Mr.
Yep,
Shimmy.
thanks for having me.
A reminder that junior livestock sale is 9 a.m. on Saturday, August 7th in the Frontier Shelter here at the fairgrounds. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Whitney Booyah, and I'm representing the Torrington Lingle FFA chapter.
And how old are you?
I'm 14.
And what projects do you have?
I showed lambs this morning in FFA and the normal market classes.
How many did you have?
I had 2 tonight, I had 2 this morning, and Monday night I brought in a breeding as well.
And how did you do?
I got 4th place with my breeding, and I got 3rd in showmanship for breeding, 3rd in showmanship this morning for senior and FFA.
So in breeding, did you show a ram or a ewe?
I showed a winter ewe.
Winter ewe. And how old?
It was born the beginning of February.
Okay. So tell us how you prepare for that show.
So how I prepare for that show is you have to shear them about 5 days out so they grow a little more fur, and you put lotion on their bodies to keep them nice and soft.
Okay, and you do that for a reason too. Also, you share them, I assume, for the weather and the heat, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So do you sell your wool?
I do not sell my wool.
Okay. There is a market for that, so if you have enough breeding, do you have a lot of breeding stock?
No, we don't live in enough land to have a lot. We only have 5 ewes that we have at home to breed right now.
Okay. So they keep the weeds down and stuff, don't they?
Yes,
That
they
is
do.
nice.
Yeah.
I need a few of those.
Yeah. So what about how'd you do with your lambs this morning?
I got 3rd with my blackface lamb, and I got reserve with my speckled lamb.
Good. Can you explain what a speckled lamb is to us?
A speckled lamb it's a mix between a white face and a black face lamb. So it can either have a black face with white speckles or a white face with blackish brownish speckles.
Yeah, very good. This young lady's pretty knowledgeable. So you want to tell us anything else today?
No, I'm good. Thank you for having me.
You bet. Thank
Thanks
you
for
for
joining
coming
us.
in. We have another young lady
We
here.
do. Go ahead and tell us your name and your club.
So I am Anna Frederick, and I am in Lingle Aggies.
And how old are you?
I'm 13.
I know you were in fabric and fashion.
Yes.
Do you have any other projects?
I do crocheting. I have dairy goats, meat goats. I'm in foods and nutrition and visual arts.
Okay, well, let's start at the top. How did you do in fabric and fashion?
I got champion embellished for modeling.
Great. And what division are you in? We should mention that.
I'm an intermediate.
You're an intermediate. And which project would you like to tell us about next?
Probably my visual arts.
What did you make for that?
I made a painting from the movie Up.
Oh, okay. And how did that place?
It got a purple ribbon, but it did not get reserve for champion.
But purple ribbon still means state fair, which is great.
That's great.
What else do you have in the building?
I have meringues, which they got reserve champion, intermediate foods, and those are going to state fair.
Okay. So reserve champion and champion always go to state fair, and then a purple ribbon on any of these also means state fair. You can also go to state fair with some blue ribbons, but the judge has to specify if it gets to go to state fair or not.
That's correct, I believe, Taylor.
What?
You remember pretty
I
good.
remember. What other projects?
Also in foods and nutrition, I made a preservative. I made pear butter, which is almost the exact same thing as apple butter, just made with pears.
Ooh, that sounds great.
And I think that got a blue ribbon.
Okay. And are you going to be selling any of these during the
I
auction?
am selling the meringues.
Okay. So they
Okay.
can come out and purchase that. That'll be tomorrow, the static exhibit auction at 12:45 p.m.
And it'll be at the Frontier Shelter, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you plan to do the same projects this year or next year as this year?
Most likely, yes.
We better talk about your goats.
Yes, we better. The dairy
Yes.
goats. What breed do you have?
I have Aberhosleys and Alpines.
Alpines. Okay. So, what do they look? Tell us what an alpine. The
So,
features of an alpine.
An Alpine, they usually have a pretty larger, like a large size udder compared to my Aberhosleys. And the Alpines, they can range from black to gray to white to tan, almost any color for Alpines. And then the Aberhosleys are always going to be brown with a black dorsal stripe and then black markings on their face.
I
She
didn't know
knows-
that.
She knows them.
I'm learning.
Yes, this is good. You gonna enter in showmanship?
Yes.
So how do you think you'll do with the dairy goats?
The past years I have done pretty well. I've gotten belt buckles both my first 2 years because I just recently started dairy goats, but with my market goats, I've been doing those for almost ever.
So you've had more experience with the market goats.
Yeah.
Do you
So-
enjoy showing one over the other?
I prefer showing dairy goats just because, like, you don't have to brace them, even though you have to shave their whole body, unlike market goats, but you don't have to brace the dairy goats and you can just hold them and stand there.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Well, you want to tell us anything else that we should know, or
No.
that our audience should know? I think she did pretty good.
Thanks
so
for joining us.
Thanks
Well,
for
have you-
having me.
Well, pass it on.
Go ahead and tell us your name and your club.
Hi, I'm Peyton, and I'm in the Torrington Lingo FFA.
And how old are you?
I am 16.
What's your last name?
Bill Undersmith.
Okay. What projects do you have?
I just did lamb this year, so I did a market sheep.
One.
Yes.
Okay. And how did you place this morning?
In showmanship, I got 5th out of a class of 6. And then for my actual show, I got 3rd out of a class of 4. So I did okay.
You did okay. Yes.
Yeah.
So is it blackface?
No, it is a speckled face.
Speckled face. Okay. So she did pretty well.
What do you, in preparation for the fair, what do you feed?
I just feed a regular grain, and then I do like about a handful of grass hay.
So did you just feed one lamb?
So my cousin did a lamb, because you're not supposed to have just one lamb by itself. So she
why
did
not?
one, because they get separation anxiety and
Yeah.
they will die. So you have to have at least more than one.
Yep, it's a good thing to have a partner
That's nice to have a cousin to pair
Yeah.
up like that.
Yeah, that worked good.
And then you don't have to show more than one if you
Yes.
want to focus on the one. Makes sense.
So did you exercise them every day?
Yes. We usually did like little exercise. We own a farm, and so we have horses and cattle and just stuff on our land. So we would just take them, and we would just take them around as we did our chores. So
That's-
it just kind of, we did fed and or worked
That's
them at the same
efficient.
time.
I like
So
that.
So why do you walk them or give them exercise?
Just so they, they're not just getting fat, they're getting muscular, and everyone needs
In
exercise.
good shape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like humans, they need a little exercise once in a while.
Yes.
So, well, thanks for coming in, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Are you think you'll go to State Fair?
I will not. We are in the middle of cutting 3rd, so I'm going to be working on the farm.
So,
Will you show next year again?
Yes, I think so.
good. Well, it's good to see you working too.
Yes.
These young people on the farm, they have to work pretty hard sometimes.
That's true.
So, what's your job in haying?
I swath and rake most of the time.
Oh, good.
Nice.
So that is my job.
Cool.
Well, thanks for coming in,
Yes, thank you.
and good luck. And good luck in FFA. So, you should be qualified to do some of them contests this
Yes.
coming year. Good luck.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Hi, what's your name?
Trooper Kosmiski,
And what are your projects?
a horse, and I did a steer, a leather, and woodworking.
And how old are you?
9.
What club are you with?
Bear Creek Guys and Gals.
All right. Let's talk about your horse or horses. How many did you have?
I just have one.
Okay. And how old is he or she?
He is the same age as me, so 9.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
What did you compete in?
Showmanship and trail.
And trail. We've talked about trail earlier on in the week. You can explain for us what the pattern was. I don't expect you to remember it piece by piece, but in general.
Yeah, so you would open a gate, but we didn't have to open a gate this year. So when you got in the arena, you would start to trot, then trot over a log, and then go into a box and keep trotting around, and there's a cone, and then you trot around, and then there's 4 more logs, and then once you trot over those, you start to lope, and then go in between the first one, and then stop, then back up a few times, and then trot forward. Then you'll turn around over a cone, sort of, and then.
Did you have a bridge?
And then you would walk over the bridge and then walk into a box and then turn to your left and make your circle and then walk out.
Okay. You remember that really well.
He did pretty good. So, did your horse go over the bridge?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
How did you place?
Last, I think.
Oh, no, that's all right.
Like last.
So
I didn't even place.
Okay.
So are you a junior?
Yeah.
Junior? Yeah.
Was this your first time doing trail class, or have you done it before?
Second, I think.
That's okay. You got to start from somewhere, right? And work your way up there. How did you do in showmanship?
Last 2.
Well, that's all. How old did you say you were?
9.
9. So he's just getting started.
And I am impressed with how well you knew that pattern. It's a lot of work to go in there with your horse. You're focused on yourself and your riding cues, but also your horse, and then you're counting on remembering the pattern. There's a lot to it, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
So your steer.
Yeah.
What kind of steer you have? Is it's a market steer,
yeah,
but you don't know the breed.
No.
That's okay. Do you know what it weighed?
He weighed 14.25.
Good size. And you're pretty small. Can you handle him?
Kind of.
Does he get a little ornery sometimes?
Yeah, when he doesn't have a friend.
Oh, when he's by himself, he doesn't care for that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When do you show?
Well, I don't know.
Friday.
Yeah.
Friday.
Okay. I think
Oh.
you show Friday, right? Are you going to be in showmanship?
Yeah, showmanship.
So tell us how you do that. You have your steer already. I assume you
and
washed
then
it, blew it out, and then what? Then you go to the arena. Then what do you do in the arena?
you line up first, and if he doesn't get lined up straight, you have to make a circle and then
Straighten him out.
So you have to go way out and turn him and then go back through the same hole, right?
And you have to have his feet even with each, but either the right or left one just up a little.
Okay. I think he has this down. For a 9-year-old, you're doing pretty
You're
good.
learning, right?
So have you practiced for showmanship?
Kind of.
Is your steer used to the stick? Your show stick?
Not really, but he likes it.
Oh, good. So that's good. All right. Well, what else you want to tell us? What about your leather work? We forgot about that.
Yeah.
What'd you tool? Did you tool leather?
Yeah. And I made a bookmark.
A bookmark, cool. Will you sell that or keep it?
I'll keep it.
Or you're not going to sell anything at the...
I'll sell
auction.
my flag that I made for woodworking.
Oh. So
What kind of flag?
American flag.
Cool.
how'd you do it? Did you put it on
We
pizza?
framed it with old chicken fence.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Chicken
really?
wire. And is it meant to be hung up on a
Yeah,
wall?
it's meant to be hung up.
Oh, good.
So if
Sounds
anyone's
good.
interested in that, they can come to the auction, and that is again tomorrow, 12:45, in the Frontier Shelter. That's the static exhibit auction. And will you keep that money and use it for other 4-H stuff?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep,
I don't know.
It depends on mom and dad what they tell you, huh? Is that right?
Yeah.
They're both a little bossy, aren't they?
Yeah.
You're not. Now, I can't protect you, so. Also, I'd like to mention that your exhibits in the 4-H building, it's open from 9 a.m. today until 8 a.m., so the public can get out there and look at them. So,
How did you place, do you remember, with those projects in the 4-H building?
I got
color
a
ribbon?
blue flag. Both of my things will go to state.
Great.
good.
That's exciting.
So he did well.
Yeah.
This your first year. Who helped you out? Did your mom and dad help you a little bit, or was it all your idea?
I wanted to make an American flag, but my grandpa helped me make it.
Good.
Neat.
That's good. So
Great job. Thanks for
thanks
talking
for coming
with us.
in,
Thank you.
and good luck with that steer.
Okay.
What's your name and age?
Gage McFarland,
And how old are you?
11,
What club are you in?
Winners Union.
What do you show?
I show a steer and a heifer.
Do you have any other projects?
And I also do shooting sports.
And you already competed with that this year, right?
Yes.
What did you do at state?
Sometimes, we couldn't camp in our camper because it's all tore up. So we had to sleep in a tent. And shooting, since it was too hot, we kind of we bought these neck coolers.
Mm-hmm.
So we put that on. We had that on most of the entire time. I placed 5th in 22 pistol, and I don't know the rest.
So the state contest, was it in Douglas?
Yes.
So everybody kind of camps out and helps each other out,
Yeah.
and you kind of share meals and things like that?
Oh yeah, we have this we have canopies set up there, and there's breakfast and dinner there.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna have to be survivors on lunch though, because lunchtime is mostly when we have to do all of
You're
our
competing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're all different times, aren't they?
Yes.
And you
Yeah.
practice throughout the whole year for shooting sports
Yes.
with your club.
We couldn't go to some because of sports and stuff,
Uh-huh.
so we kind of had to miss out on some meetings and stuff.
That'll happen, huh?
Yeah.
But you can also practice on your own, too.
Mhm.
And you have a steer and a heifer, you said?
Yes.
And so you'll show on Friday.
Yes.
Are you
So-
ready?
Kinda.
What kind of steer? What breed?
He's an Angus.
Angus? What about your heifer?
My heifer, she's an Angus too, but I can't show her because she's open.
Oh, so are you in Supreme Cow?
Yeah.
Supreme Cow, and they have to be, yes.
So what does open mean if someone doesn't know what you're talking
Um,
about?
Open means
They're not bred.
yeah, they're not bred or something, and then
Then they're not going to have a calf.
yeah. Or they will have a calf, but it's just going to be a late one.
Okay. So, yeah. That's a new, a fairly good program for these young people where you have different stages, don't you, in that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if people want to know about that, they can talk to the agent and or your leader. Who's your leader? Do you remember?
I honestly don't remember.
Okay. That's all right. So you're going to do showmanship with the heifer and the steer?
I can't do my heifer.
So
but
you just do the steer.
Yeah.
And are you ready? Is it used to a show stick?
Kinda.
Kinda.
He just wants to be with his brother.
Oh, okay.
That's a common theme today.
Yeah. What do you weigh?
1326.
That's good. So I assume you'll know the classes here in a day or so.
Yeah.
If you're what class you're in, class 1, 2, 3, etc. So, well, thanks for coming in and good luck.
Good luck.
young
Thanks for
man.
having your time.
You bet. We enjoy it.
What's your name?
Mackenzie,
And what club are you with?
Winners Union,
What's your last name?
Booyah,
And how old are you?
8.
Did you show sheep this morning?
Yes.
How many?
2.
So what classes were you in?
I cannot remember.
Do you remember how you placed?
I got third in one of my markets, fifth or fourth in my showman.
How did you get ready for showmanship? How do you prepare for that?
I washed my sheep and blew out their legs and stuff. I put like this little cooling thing on them, like because they get really hot.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of firms them up too, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Hold that up nice and still, close to your mouth. There you go.
So
Hear
were
you
you
better.
Is this your first year?
Yeah.
Were you in the first and second year lamb project?
Not
No?
this year.
Okay. That's good.
Did
So
you have any other projects?
I did Santa's trash cookies and jelly.
What are in those cookies?
Yeah.
We put pretzels, potato chips, and we put sprinkles, cinnamon, chocolate chips in them.
What do you think of that? Would you eat it?
Oh yeah, sounds good to me.
What
Oh,
was your ribbon?
Purple.
Purple, so those will go to state fair.
Yes.
And will you sell them at the auction?
I'm not gonna sell my cookie, but I'm gonna sell my jelly.
Okay,
Oh,
what kind of
good.
jelly?
Grape jelly.
Yum. How did
Sound-
that place?
It got a blue ribbon with a sticker on it.
Sticker to go to state fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get to go to state. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job, young lady.
Thanks for talking with us.
Yes,
Welcome.
we appreciate it.
You can pass that to her. And we'll have our other guest step up here. Go ahead and introduce yourself and what club you're with.
Hi, I'm Timberlake Easton, and I'm in Gleaners Union.
And how old are you?
9.
9. And what projects do you have?
I do a board about making sheep have babies, and then I have a pepper and a flower.
And how did all of those
And
place?
I do sheep.
And you showed sheep this
Yeah.
morning. Let's talk about your first projects. Do you remember how those placed, ribbon-wise?
Yes, my board got a purple ribbon, and then my flower got a light purple ribbon, and then my pepper got 3rd place.
Okay. So a reserve and a champion.
Mhm.
And those will go to state fair.
No, good. Congratulations for a young person. She's done well.
Can you tell us more about your board and explain how you did that?
So we just wrote like stuff on it, and then just put pictures, and then it's like telling how the babies work.
So
Who
it wa-
helped you with that? Where did you learn about that?
My uncle and my aunt.
Okay.
So that was an educational board.
Mhm.
Yeah, good. Sounds good to me. What about your sheep? Are you in the first and second year lamb project?
No, this is my first year.
First year.
Mhm.
So you showed the market lamb.
Yes,
What did it weigh?
113.
So how'd you do?
I got 6th place, and then I got 1st place 2 times.
Oh, that's good.
Great.
So were you in showmanship?
I don't remember.
Okay. So you did very well. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Will you show sheep again next year?
Yes.
Yes. You enjoyed it?
Yes.
Very good.
Good.
Thanks for joining us. Great job.
Yep.
Go ahead and give us your name and your club.
My name is Madison Bowyer, and
There's a lot of you booyers.
I'm in Gleaners Union,
And how old are you?
11.
And what projects do you have?
Foods and nutrition, quilting, a diamond art, sheep. I think that's all.
And how have you placed with these things?
I'm not quite sure about foods or my diamond art, but I know I got first in my junior division, and then I got 2nd overall in quilting.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we
So-
haven't really heard from anyone quilting yet. How long did that take you?
I started like last year.
Yeah?
Because it's gonna fit my bed.
Were
Oh,
there?
It's a large one.
Yeah,
Yep.
what size?
I think it's a full queen.
Ooh, that is large. So what's your pattern? Can you kind of describe it?
It's like bears and kind of like foresty and wood.
Cool.
Good.
Were there any other quilts?
Nope, just one.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So do you have a machine to put it together with, or?
Yes.
Okay. So where did you get your blocks?
At here in town, there's a quilting shop.
Very good. And you said sheep, so let's talk about how you did this morning you showed, right?
Yes. So showmanship, I got second.
Great.
And I don't really know about the other classes. I know I got 11th place in like the whole sheep show at the end.
That's pretty good. That's real good. Quite a few sheep exhibited this morning, didn't they?
Yep.
A lot of kids were out there.
Except we were down some this year.
Were you?
Down in numbers a little bit this year.
Except breeding was way high.
Oh, yeah. So you don't have breeding.
I do.
You do? How'd you do there?
I won first and I think showmanship.
That's good. What breed?
I think it's like Suffolks and something else.
Yeah. Suffolk and Hamps, maybe?
Yep.
Yeah.
Will you go to state fair?
Maybe.
Thinking about it.
Yep.
Good. So thanks for coming in and
You're
talking to us.
welcome.
We enjoy you.
Thank you.
Well, let's pass it on to this young guy here.
What's your name?
Arson Green,
How old are you?
9,
And so is this your first year in 4-H then? And what club are you with?
Horseshoe Acres.
Horseshoe Acres.
We'll have you hold that mic up nice and close.
There you go.
And what are your projects?
Sheep.
Sheep.
So you showed this morning too. How did it go?
Good. I got first place 3 times, second, and then third.
Great. How many did you show?
I showed 1 today.
1. Okay.
So he was
3
in
different classes.
He was in probably one class, and you moved up, didn't you? Just kept moving up, and then what were you overall? You were third?
Mhm.
That's pretty good.
And you did showmanship too?
Yeah.
How'd you do in showmanship?
First.
First.
All right.
That's good. That's good. So, are you going to state fair?
I don't know.
Do you know what you feed your sheep?
Hay and grain.
Hay and grain.
Grain. Getting them ready to go.
Did you enjoy your first year of 4-H?
Yes.
Do you think you'll do it next year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
We like those young people coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll entertain us for a few more years.
Well, great job. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for coming in.
You're welcome.
What's your name?
I'm Brock Blevins,
And you're with what club?
Horseshoe Acres,
And how old are you?
18,
What did you show?
market lambs and breeding ewes.
How did that go?
I won Supreme Breeding Ewe on Monday night and Breeding Showmanship. And then today I was Reserve 4-H Showmanship Senior. And I was first in my class and then got left standing in division. And I was 5th in the Bred and Fed show.
Oh, the bread, is that the Goshen County Bred and Fed?
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds good. So you did very well. What breed was your breeding stock?
She was a Weather Dam winner ewe.
Okay, so you've done very well. And what club are you with?
Horseshoe Acres.
Are you in FFA also?
No, I'm not.
Just 4-H.
4-H only.
Yep.
Good. So showmanship in breeding. Tell us how you do that. It's a little tougher than market, I think.
I show pretty much the same way as I do in market because she's a weather dam, so it's just
okay.
Same thing. So I just show her the same way as I do in market and all that. And
Only thing you probably don't brace her.
no, I do.
Do you?
Yep, we brace her. Brace her
they
just
do
like
now.
that, so you can get a good handle and
Yeah.
all that with the judge.
So I learned something new today too.
Were there any difficult questions asked by the judge?
No, in breeding they didn't ask any questions, and then today the judge asked what we liked and what we disliked about our lamb or what we'd change about him.
Mm-hmm. What did you say?
My lamb has a tall pointed shoulder, and I told him we needed to change that and that he had a big rack and loin over him, and that's what I liked about him, and he said I was correct. So
Good. So are you going to go to the sale? Take one?
Yes.
Good. And saving that money?
You're Gonna try, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So can you go again next year, or is this your last year?
If I was to enter in FFA, I could, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm ready to be done. Moving on.
So what are you? You're a senior in school?
I graduated this year.
Okay. So this is your final goal.
Yep.
So you did all right.
Yep.
So now what's the next step?
College.
College where?
I'm in Gillette right now for welding school.
Oh, good, good. That sounds good, and good paying job, and except in summertime it gets a little warm.
Very hot. Very
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah. So when do you start?
I started about a month and a half ago.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So is that a 2-year program?
It's a 6-month program. So I'm there for 6 months, and I'll get a course of, I think, 7 certifications from structural plate to stainless TIG pipe.
And then you're done
Or-
after that.
Yep.
6 months.
And then they'll place me on a job within 2 to 3 weeks after graduating.
Good.
Wow.
So that's good. Sounds like a good line to me.
Yeah.
Good career. Well, congratulations, and we wish you well.
Thank you very much. Thanks for
you.
having me.
And this young man probably started just like the rest of them. You were pretty small when you
Yep.
started.
I was 7 years old when I started.
Yep. See, so
That's awesome.
It is awesome. They progress great, great time, and you learn a lot.
Learned a lot.
Yep. So, well, thanks for coming in, young man,
Thank you guys.
and good luck welding.
Thank you.
Keep cool.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Last but
And
not
don't-
least,
Don't flash them eyes with that welder.
go ahead and give us your name
I am Jacob Chapman.
and what club are you with,
I am with the Southeast FFA and the Goshen Livestockers 4-H Club.
and how old are you?
I am 19 years old now.
So you can show in FFA until what age?
I can show till I'm 21 in FFA, and I had an extra year in 4-H just because of how my birthday fell.
Tell.
But this is going to be my last year. Decided I'd give it one last go at it and then change my roles and hopefully help out the younger generation.
That's a good plan.
Yeah.
How'd you do this morning?
Had a pretty good morning. I was champion senior showman and reserve champion FFA showman, and then my sheep won its class, or got second in its class. Sorry, my lightweight Suffolk got second in its class, got left standing in the division drive. My middleweight sheep, she ended up winning her class and winning her division, got left standing in the blackface drive, going up against a lot of competitive sheep.
They look good this morning. There
Thank you.
There was some tough ones there too, weren't there?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
super high quality show.
Yep. It was really, there wasn't as many, but it was a good show.
Yep.
So what are you presently doing?
I currently attend Blackhawk College, East Campus in Kewanee, Illinois, where I am studying animal science.
Okay. How you like it?
I love it out there. Besides kind of some of the aspects, we haven't been able to travel very much for livestock judging just because of COVID going on. But with the opportunities that I've been able to have by not being able to go judge has been amazing.
You
So-
can tell, speaking with you, that you judge livestock. I knew that before you even said it.
We can tell because he speaks well, doesn't he?
Mhm.
So what do you plan on doing with your degree? I assume it's a 4-year degree?
I'm currently going to a 2-year school. I plan on transferring to a 4-year program where I'm going to try to study meat science and go into the industry as anything from a cattle buyer to a rep for a feed company. Try to get something going in the livestock industry.
So with your degree, you can do many things once
Yep.
you get it. Okay.
Yep.
So what do you have, another year?
Um,
At the junior, is this a junior college?
Yep, yes sir it is. So I'm going to be a sophomore there, or going into my sophomore year there, so I've just got one more year left.
So hopefully you won't have COVID problems and you'll get to judge. a little.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah. So they travel quite a bit?
I think within this last year we had to drive ourselves, and on all of our vehicles I think we put over 10,000 miles on by just driving to practice, driving to contest in Oklahoma, Kansas, all over.
So did you have a scholarship?
Yeah, I had a full ride scholarship to go livestock judge there.
And who presented you that scholarship? Do you remember?
two people at two different times, actually. The head coach, Blake Bloomberg, he offered me it at Denver, and then when I visited, a great man by the name of Dan Hogue offered me it a second time, and I took it before I even left Illinois to come back to Wyoming after visiting there.
Good, good. So, quite a few miles. Do you fly or do you drive home?
It depends on the time. Sometimes I drive home. For Christmas, I drove home. I caught a ride with a friend that actually lives in Idaho. Most of the time I'll fly if it's kind of a shorter amount of time, just because parking at the airport costs a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Mr. Chapman, we'll call you Mr. now because you're older. So, I like the idea you're going to help some young people, both of you. That's very encourageable for our young, and treat them proper ways to show and proper etiquette. It's very good.
Yep.
So thanks for coming in, and good luck in college. And I guess I'll ask your parents how your grades are. I better not ask you. You doing okay?
I was a straight A student my last semester
man.
I was there.
See,
You can ask them.
I can ask your parents now.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to tell us?
Just come out to the fair, support us. Come out to the livestock sale and support us. It's always fun to have fans in the crowd, have people around watching everyone in the show ring. So just come out and support us and have a good time, and come out and eat at the vendors that are here. We've got some great vendors, and I know they're looking forward to a lot of people being out here. So just come out and support.
Thank you.
Thank you
very
guys.
much.
And a reminder that sale is Saturday. That's the junior livestock sale at 9 a.m. in the Frontier Shelter, Saturday, August 7th. Anything else you want to add?
I think we've been on long enough, don't you, Taylor?
I agree.
We've had some excellent young people.
We have a lot of knowledge.
Very knowledgeable, and thanks to their leaders and volunteers, that's what makes them. And like the older boys we had here, they pass it on down, pass their knowledge to the younger ones, and that's terrific.
And we want to remind you that tomorrow will be a big day. It is Goshen County Day, so they'll kick things off with the Ag Breakfast. That's 6:30 a.m. at the Rendezvous Center. And don't forget about the Goshen County Fair Parade, of course, on Main Street. That will start at 10 a.m. We want to thank our sponsors in part for helping make these Goshen County Fair reports possible. Farm Girls Boutique, Old Moose Mercantile, Pinnacle Bank, Clark and Associates, North Platte Physical Therapy, Main Street Market, Panhandle Co-op, Torrington Beverage, and Dinklage Feed Yards. So a big thank you to all of our Goshen County Fair sponsors. We'll be back with you tomorrow, but because of the parade, however, we will only have one fair report, and that'll be the same time in the afternoon in the 1 o'clock hour. So tune in then. We hope to see you at the Goshen County Fair Parade. Don't forget that you can catch our videos streaming online. It's KGOS Sports. Subscribe to that. You can view these reports, and we'll also be live streaming the parade tomorrow. For Ron Kaufman, this is Taylor Bartle. We'll send it back to Chris Jenkins.